Just have a little bit, one little segment left to tie up, and then we'll have all the tomatoes tied up. Doing a little loop and then going back through it and then wrapping it around the tomatoes and then up to the line. And that's trellising them up. Oh, we got one we missed over here. And I went back and re-watered. When we first got out here, it was the heat of the day, and boy, we about gave up. But this stuff needed to be done, and as we were out here, we really thought we were going to get rain. We never got rain. It went all the way around us, but it has made it an absolutely beautiful afternoon. Cloud cover, a little bit of breeze, made it a whole heck of a lot easier to work out here. We've got, I had to go through and pick all the okra, got an overflowing 5-gallon bucket of okra, and I got everything watered while he was tying up the tomatoes. Got a few carrots looking like they're getting ready, and I've got the car open because it's got the okra and stuff in it, and I don't want them to get overcooked. And all these watermelon over here, some of them are getting so huge, I keep staring at them saying, wow, these watermelon are so big. They're monsters. And over here, we've got the rest of our watermelons. These were transplant watermelons. There's actually a lot more plants over here. I know I've said this before, but I'm pretty sure there's only 4 plants in here. 2 on the other side, 1 in the middle of the okra, and 1 in the middle of the carrots. And those were all volunteers. And so were all of these watermelons, which took a little bit longer to get started because they were transplants and they got stunted. However, they're doing great, and there's a bunch of watermelons going on them. This guy right here, we just transplanted today. They were very wilted. There's 3 of them. I had to put the other 2 down a little ways. I'll show you them. But I had room here because one of the plants that was here didn't make it, so I transplanted this one here, and he looks so much happier being in the ground. They were just dying in the pots in the backyard because I could not keep enough water on them and in them to keep them growing. So this is one of the plants that's been growing out here, and it is just looking gorgeous and has a bunch of flowers on it and starting to get little babies. These guys are starting to get little babies. They got eaten, but they're coming back strong. And then we have one plant here. I'm not sure if it's the Caribbean yellow habanero or the big gem, but I think looking at these little guys in here, it's probably the Caribbean yellow. And then here, I'm not sure once again which one we've got. It's either the Golden Cow Wonder or the Big Red Sweet. So we'll find out eventually what those are. And that's all of these guys. And then we get to here, and this is either a YOLO or a Hungarian yellow wax, and it's got a couple of babies on it. And we will find out eventually what those are. And we are getting a whole bunch of banana peppers from the farm where my husband works and the stuff they planted there. These tomatoes were extras that I did not get in the row. So all of them, we are going to leave them growing as ground tomatoes and just let them do their thing. And we're staking this row up. These are the other 2 peppers that I transplanted. Brought them down here past the melons. Planted them where we had some squash die out from all the dadgum squash bugs. And these cucumbers. My word, I just cannot believe these cucumbers. There are literally 2 plants here, and they have been so prolific. I have never seen cucumbers. This was my starting point, and this is the main branch of this plant, and he's grown all the way out there and all the way over here. And there is one other plant planted down here towards the end. The other ones in between died, and they have just been going crazy. We have been getting 15 plus cucumbers a week off of these guys, and we're talking about the middle of the dearth of summer. I'm completely astounded at how wonderful everything is doing out here in the garden. So we've got these couple plants left, and we will be done out in the garden today. We still have to get our other row of potatoes up, but we have other things to do today, and we've been out here for, I believe, over 3 hours. So we're going to get these potatoes up hopefully tomorrow night. And we have some beans soaking that we're going to plant in this other row where we already got the potatoes up. And just a quick look at these watermelon over here and how massive some of them are. They're just monsters.